Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, continuing my experiments with that 12-volt controller connected to a car battery, I've got a Marx 999 and an original Marx Consist, tin litho of course, on the outside rail, getting ready to do a test to see how the 999 runs. So without further ado, I've got the controller stuck down here with a couple of foam mounting tabs. Just to keep it from moving around. So let's see how this goes. Reverse and forward. As you see, it's running absolutely perfectly on a 12-volt car battery. And like I said, you can really crank this thing up. Works rather well. You can see the LED on inside of it. So it opens lots of possibilities of running trains when there's no power available. Let's take this a bit faster. As you see, you can get this 999 flying on this rail. Get it going so fast it'll derail. No doubt about that. Anyway, as you see, it's running absolutely splendidly on a 12-volt car battery with no problem at all. Forward and reverse, and the E-unit is working. Now, it's interesting. Instead of buzzing, this E-unit makes a whining noise. I don't know if you can hear it or not. But it's working, no doubt. So the controller was definitely worth the $10. It only took a couple of minutes to hook it up. As you see, I opened the hole in the back. So 4 wires, 2 going to the battery, 2 going to a magnetic lock-on. And this 999, as you see, is running just absolutely splendidly on a 12-volt car battery. You have full control for speed, also direction, forward and reverse. Really, really interesting experiment, no doubt. And this thing will go really fast. It'll go so fast it'll fly off this rail. So as you see, it's running absolutely perfectly on a 12-volt car battery. Nothing gets hot. This controller is absolutely cold. Of course, this is rated at 40 amps. So it's nowhere near its rating running these trains. So stop it and forward and reverse. So it runs the E-unit perfectly. No problem at all. Forward and reverse. Good bright headlight. Instant response, and this thing will fly. I mean, it will fly. No doubt. So again, it's an interesting experiment. Being able to run your trains when you don't have any power at all. Coming directly off a 12-volt car battery. Really difficult to beat that. It's an interesting application. Best of all, it works. This controller is $10 with free shipping. 4-wire connections, and you're up and running on a car battery. Like I said, you hook this to a deep cycle marine battery. This thing will probably run for days non-stop. As you see, it's running perfectly. No problems with it at all. So I've tested it with electronic E-units. It works. I've tested it with Lionel and Marx mechanical E-units, and it works. Forward and reverse, infinite speed control. So you can really get this thing slowed down, as you see. Now you can probably hear that E-unit. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It makes a whining noise rather than a buzz. Anyway, this controller works absolutely splendidly. It's really, really simple. 2 wires going to the battery, 2 wires going to the track. Works just absolutely perfectly. Speed it up a bit. It is raining here today, so it was a perfect day to stay in and run the trains. Nice and warm in here. And as you see, this is running as well as it does on an AC transformer. Good constant speed all the way around the rail. Full control of forward and reverse. And full control of the speed, as you see. So it's really, really interesting. I'm glad I took the time to do the experiment. So 2 wires going to a car battery, 2 wires going to a magnetic lock-on on the rail, and you're up and running. No problem at all, as you see. Forward and reverse. That's about 1/4 of the available power. Like I said, this locomotive will fly on this 12-volt car battery. Lots and lots of current. As you see, it runs absolutely splendidly. It gives you full control of the speed from an absolute crawl. Or you can get this thing to literally fly. So, be testing one of the micro motors next to see how it runs on it. So far, everything I've put on the rail runs. Lionel E unit runs forward and reverse and neutral. The Marx 999 E unit runs forward and reverse. Full control of the speed, just like you were controlling it with a AC transformer. Really, really interesting application. As you see. Forward and reverse with no problem at all. And plenty of power coming from that car battery. This thing will literally fly. So, just a quick follow-up video. So I'll post the eBay link to buy the controller. Like I said, it's $10, free shipping. Got here in 4 days. Was actually due Saturday. It was delayed, no idea why. And 2 wires go to a car battery, 2 wires go to the track, gives you infinite speed control, and you have full control of forward and reverse, as you see. So, just a follow-up. Like I said, I'll be testing one of the micro motors next, see how it runs. But it should run as well as anything else does. Gives you full control of the speed, just as if you were using an AC transformer, as you see. Running off a 12-volt car battery. So, an interesting application. Anyway, this is a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.